Waypoint shrine. That's pretty important. This way we can go to the maze fairly easily. Yeah, we do need to go there too. Hello, Mr. Deer.
You. Who? Dear.
Okay. That's nice. Initiative is somewhat of a problem now. These guys were never particularly tough. Just invulnerable. And to buy time for the ability to recharge. He turns. Probably can't touch him with any spell. I can. Won't take damage though. That's not important. Not sure what the best way to deal with this is. If I need to buy time, then buy time. Lock the whole way for them to come to us. Not exactly super effective, but
stay back, my friend.
Might still work. Yeah, they were never very fast. Half their damage is Tenebrim damage, which I'm immune to. Very troublesome still, mainly because there is such a large... Ooh, there we go. Second one. What are you really vulnerable against? Air. Crushing. I really know nothing about their special abilities, I've never really fought one. I'll throw another ice wall there. We are more or less just buying time until we can throw this ability, immunity removal on the last one.
Light as a feather.
They can regain their invulnerability. Well, that's bullshit. Calls for a totally different approach to this. See within the range of any attack? Yep. We have to just do as much damage as we can. The field will protect me from their physical attacks, so I might as well go full damage buff. And I don't see why I shouldn't use fire attack, it's about as good as any. Air, we can't reliably hit a specific target with air. Not a lot of damage done. He's burning. Water won't work, but fire could do a massive amount of damage. Let's see what they decide to do.
Double time.
Not much. Could also be that I can more or less keep one Death Knight vulnerable at a time, that it's not really any time thing, just as if I move it to someone else, the one who had it, had vulnerability before, regains the invulnerability. Still... Problem now is that they have a couple of guys who've been sitting there doing nothing for some time. The vulnerable guy is nowhere near for me to touch. Nothing come at me. Zero damage taken. I think this made the most sense. We can do serious damage at close range, not at long range unless we use something very powerful. So, crushing weakness, air weakness. I think it might be worth using fifth punch. Crushing damage, massive amount of it. Pretty much instant death day and night.
This is the end for you.
Yes, it is. So, effective fighting instead of resource hoarding,
I squeeze victory from your defeat.
and that's the all important level up. Wait until the Knight's Bane recharges. Finish up the last one. I don't know if we need to use anything big against this one. We have, well, we have only one turn. What would we need to do? Almost anything will do.
Join the soulless one. I've got the magic touch.
Health reduced below half, still under status effect. Not sure I want to waste my air attacks on him now.
Spirits of eternal flame to my aid.
Time to prep him for something else.
The flesh is weak, but the spirit is weak.
Right. Gold ring,
I've got my eyes
dagger.
on the prize.
These drop Tenebrium items, which isn't exactly unexpected. Right. So, good at fighting experience against Death Knights, I suppose. I think I'll handle the management here. Revive the companion and go to the swamp, head toward the maze. Leave it that unexplored at this point, though. $400,000 for a new level up. If that's all it takes, it's I think it's within the realms of possibility, but could be somewhat difficult though. Okay, where to spend the points? And I think it depends again on the gear. 15 is the natural maximum of attribute. I did not know that. So there's no way to get a higher turn action points value unless I get the speed gear. which I do have. I do have a talent point, I do have these points. So this is the last chance. Are we gonna get armor specialist or not? So this would be a lengthy visit to the shops. There is nothing after this. I'm not sure if I even want to bother visiting. So this is the final time. Could use money maybe. Switching to crafting here. I don't think we have to do too much. Yeah, there isn't that much. I might be able to do some clothing armor. I need to do more voodoo dolls. They have been fairly useful. And we especially need them in stock for the rainy day. So, they don't have a huge amount of weight. They're more or less inventory clutter though, because they don't stack at all. So I won't buy more of them, but I'll use all the needles and dolls I have. So we'll have 20 plus voodoo dolls. They're probably quite good in quality too. Don't have enough pixie dust for it. We need to buy more pixie dust. This is already wasted pretty much if I've grounded up the plants, so there's no point holding this back. Right, I don't think I want to make more stardust anymore. Don't even have the ingredients though. I can buy extra pixie dust if necessary. There should definitely be more on sale here. By the way, armor situation first. And then we need to naturally see what we've been looting. There was at least a handful of items that have the potential to be replacement items.
You again, my friend! And so soon after tomorrow? How can I help you this time?
We're more or less interesting level 20 items. Strength plus 3, perception plus 3 versus strength plus 3. Strength plus 3 only. So this would be extra start action points. And if we go hunting secrets, the extra plus 3 perception is amazing. So I don't see why on earth would I not take this. We would lose the chance to bleed and lose leadership, which would give 0 shits about. So yeah, that's a good point. What about helmets? Armor class, I suppose, is the biggest problem. This has Constitution, our current one, but that's not amazing by any means. I don't understand why the armor rating is so poor in these. You need a high dexterity to use the highest armor rating helmets, which is ridiculous. And it's not because they're the best, it's just because they're the best I've seen. 131 armor rating, fire resistance, movement, hit points. Strength 13, armor specialist 3. This can be increased even further. This does not include the armor rating increase, I can add this. So this is a significant change in armor. I'm buying this. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but that's something I can't exactly ignore. The difference is so noticeable. Constitution ring. I don't think I've had strong such rings. Also extra poison immunities. Constitution, Tenebrium resistance, immunity to being petrified. That's quite attractive. Strength craft. I'm not downgrading armor. It has to be 59 or higher for me to consider it. I'm not seeing anything too bad here. Okay, and potential 3 items that we could find useful. We are not instant Tenebrium items. Dexterity, movement, no. For a different type of character. Rubbish. Rubbish. Too low on armor class. Turn action point +1 though. I don't think I can ignore physical damage though. There's constantly the guys at this stage do a massive amount of it, absolutely massive. So if sometimes there are no good physical damage towards, but when they are, if I have lackluster resistances, I'm in real trouble, so I don't want to compromise that. It's all rubbish. .124 armor rating. This is a natural one. What was the armor I bought? .131, and that can be pushed further. So 124 is the one I have. I can do a natural 128. It will still be less than this, and it will lack the couple of enchantments that this has. To be fair, we'll lose some movement, and fire resistance is pointless. 100 hit points is nice, but it's very little. So while this is slightly better, it's only slightly better, like 3 points better. I might be able to push that further though, so it would be a bit more drastic of a difference. Speed, Hackshot, Decapitator. Yeah, only way to get speed is through items at this point. So something we shouldn't ignore. But I need the strength from the weapon, I do, so it cannot really come, the speed cannot come from a weapon. Yeah, it just won't work. Anything else? Yeah, there's still other things, but this guy won't have the money, so I'll take what he has to offer. 53,000.
Good day, good.
Good day, mate. Alright, I think I can improve bot armor through armor pieces, so armor plating work just fine. One 131 141. Yeah, it's about 13 points higher armor class than I can do on an item of my own. Needs armor specialist 3 to work. I'm still not investing those points because well, I might find a better armor. I will spend the points though, if I can't. Even if we would do it on a...
Doom! Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, no matter what I do on my own crafted armor, it can't compete with that. I'm trying to think of how we could push them a little bit further, but it just won't cut it. And I'm very reluctant to start shopping when the final stretch of the game comes my way. I don't want to get me distracted at that point. Where are the good shops? I suppose we're going to have to visit everything. Yeah, there's mostly just lower level items in the earlier shops, but they also do have higher level ones here and there. And we could use the extra spells too. It seems like the highly resistant opponents are usually very vulnerable to, well, not vulnerable, but less resistant to physical damage, for example. So certain type of spells that we don't regularly use can still be very effective against them. Like the crushing Death Punch. There are a couple level 20 items. Strength, poison resistance, infinite frozen, okay stuff I suppose. Okay boots. I'll definitely make a pair of my own boots now. No, let's do that. I don't think it'll be as good as the ones we've found. However, that's not all that important. I'd like to see where we stand with those items, basically. Speed +3 on a weapon. Strength, dexterity, constitution. Strength, dexterity. Yeah, these are not terrible by any means, but in order to get speed, we have to give up armor class. That's basically it. That's the price we'll have to pay. And I'm not sure that's a price worth paying.
Sir, we may be in need of more.
The Legion captain might have heavier armor for us, so we'll silver cleanse the smith. This will be it. Naturally, if we get some kind of a loot drop, that didn't matter, but I think this is the end of our shopping spree.
Salutations, Source Hunter.
Yeah, useful spells. That's not useful though. I have an invisibility potion, so why in the world would I use the scroll that calls stubble and lasts like half the time?
I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
I care about crafting gear.
The Useless rabbit.
Greetings.
I suppose in the sense that I would still accept blank spell scrolls and
Well,
pixie
Source
dust as
Hunter,
useful.
you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to
Like the
foot.
invisibility
if it's a
potion.
trade you're after.
Yeah, they have some items, I think. Level 20 boots. Metal scraps can be used to make armor and boots. But most of this stuff is just rubbish. I don't actually know if it is rubbish, it just looks like rubbish. Also, it's green, so there's like one enchantment, maybe two, and they're fairly unnoticeable.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her up.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous
Yeah, fuck you
hour.
too. Weak armor class. Still a level 20 armor. This shopkeeper usually doesn't have anything all that interesting. Not in the item selection that we're interested in. Well, since this is a farewell shopping tour, we might as well visit her too. Sure.
How gratifying
Surprise
to see
me,
you
Charette.
return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Sure, it has no surprises to offer us. Solid early game merchant, but hasn't been able to offer us anything interesting in a long time.
Sightseer isn't so bad.
You're in the mood for cheese. Excuses more holes than a slice of this fine.
Right, we needed to produce the voodoo dolls.
Red and orange, yellow and
I think with
grey,
extra pixie
the
dust remaining, we'll
finest
produce
Oh,
witchcraft
no,
skulls.
noble
Those
friend.
can still prove
Your
to
upper
be very
chakras
useful.
are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your
Willpower
system just the
plus
shock it needs.
I don't get this. These heavy plate graves and the like, why don't they have warriors versions of them? They're always just some kind of sneaksman's horseshit version.
Pay the big cheese on your profit.
Yep, in a surprise move, Seal does not have anything useful to offer. Besides spell scrolls.
Turjageta, friend.
But even that's sort of lackluster.
For dumbbells. Ugh. I need something
Yeah,
more
she does not get
advanced.
new items,
The
she just gets new
Pseudomonarchia
scrolls,
Daemonum.
spellbooks.
And the first edition too.
Blank spellbooks though. Can we produce paper? I would imagine yes, because I haven't been able to. I haven't been paying attention to this in a while. We can maybe easily do 10 scrolls. More if we use these. A lot of them are usable at this point, I'd say. or rather that there's no special need to hoard them. I also need to do the sword kit. Staff kit. Might as well do it now, when I still remember it. So, are you useful or not? Strength requirement is respectable. I have lost 2 strength. This is a piece of shit. At the same time, it's more or less a guaranteed weapon for you, so... However, it would be hard-pressed for me to see a situation where you don't get a one-handed weapon that's
The
better
hunter
than that.
returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Nice bells. Nothing amazing though. Again, level 20 items, but not level... nothing for us. Well, there's pretty much silver Glen still left, and that'll be it. No, there's one thing I want to do. There was the locked door at the basement of the prison. I don't expect anything useful to be there, but I need to deal with that a long time ago, and I haven't done it. Because it's such a
So
trivial
good of you to
little
drop
thing.
by, my liege. As
I'm
always,
not gonna
be
find
welcome.
anything too important from there, but I don't want to leave it hanging either. Yeah, 61 on a mask, leather mask. Why can't I get something like this that a warrior can use? God damn it. Yeah, it's like warrior armor pieces are like half that armor. I can't get the high level ones to appear at all. That annoys me a bit too much, I'd say, but still. Yeah. Level 19 swordsman, grey metal bracers, and armor class is pathetic. I don't get it.
Hello again, or do a salutoin, as we say in our homeland.
Justice at last for my darling! Oh, since we avenge him, I will, how you say, slip like smooth for rest of my days.
Blacksmithing and
Soon we will return to
pickpocketing,
homeland
leather
and throw
bracers,
great
56
party
armor.
in Ben's honor and yours. Oh, my knight in shining garter.
Ooh, competing armor this time. Immunity to being poisoned, movement bonus, water resistance. The armor class isn't quite as high, and it's armor class that I'm pretty much focused on. So there's no point.
Take whatever you...
Looks like it's the armor that we're gonna stick with. So armor specialist 3 doesn't leave us much extra ability points to trade with the demon, but I suppose that's sort of irrelevant because we've reached a lot of the maximum values that with the action points that we could get. It's more about gear at this point than it is about attributes. I suppose
Her
that
greatness gave us
if we
fire, her
invest in
greatness gave us
strength, we
earth,
could also
and my savvy
start
brings you
using
spells at the best rate in town.
more
Come,
speed
give me
equipment
your best
elsewhere. Dexterity, Lore Master, Initiative, and versus Intelligence, Tenebrium, Lore Master. Tenebrium is too important for me to ignore.
Where the wind blows, the goddess
Yeah,
grieves.
something blows alright, but
Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps.
it's not the wind.
How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
It's too low level here. But there's really nothing of interest. We might get a few extra spells from the shopkeeper or two here. That'll be it. Which is disappointing.
You dare disturb my rumination?
I'm
It
still
must
somewhat
be that
happy
you
that
can
we at
hardly
least
wait to
found a
purchase an
single
ingredient or two for a very
armor of
urgent
some
recipe.
quality.
I'll forgive this.
Ah, thank.
We could have, if we could have, we would have
You
missed
haven't
that.
any
I don't
ammo,
think
have
that we
ya?
would have been in any specific
Well,
trouble
never
or anything
mind
like
for
that.
now.
But
What sort of magical relics can I offer?
we
Blessed
would have
by
have
the
to go
goddess
more
they
on the
are, each and
blocking,
all.
I think. No, we don't have to do anything like that. Right. So nothing particularly interesting anywhere. What are we gonna do? I think Armor Specialist 3 is and that'll be the end of it. It does give us extra armor rating too, 3 points per skill point. So if we want physical damage resistance, it's not like it's a wasted area to invest in anyway. We don't have enough ability points to trade for a accurate point. We could invest in shield, that helps too. It's extra 10%. Alternatively, take more ability points. It might be enough to trade for a single attribute point, or alternatively push armor specialist higher for the. I would push shield specialist higher at this point. It's a more. It's a full immunity here and there for physical against physical attack. That's something that's hard to fully ignore.
There's a fine perspective. Hail the goddess's hand.
Try to see if there's something that would be more valuable, but I don't really see it. Unless we take more damage resistance. It's 6-7 points extra armor. You can say that it's not a lot, which is true, but at the same time we are struggling to get even a handful of points extra armor anywhere. So while it is a waste in a sense, it's also somewhat useful. If we get 5 ability points, we could also take shield. But we can just we can't take it any higher than we already can with the current shield ability points. We can take shield specialist 2. And if we take armor specialist 4, it still be a lesser increase than if we would take the 7 points of armor. So what I think is we're not gonna trade ability points. I'm gonna increase my blocking chance, and I'm going to take the extra armor points with the talent. Right? It's not amazing, but I think it's the most effective way with the ability points we have to increase our physical damage survivability. So full on block, 1 in 3rd. We might get lucky and get a better shield too, but that's unlikely. It could require shield specialist to use, so these points wouldn't be wasted anyway. Man-at-Arms ability +5, so this will be 7 armor. We still wanted to see if there's something better. I don't think there really is. Well, a lot of things are better, but considering what we want to do with this character, yeah, I think that's fine. It at least moves us, improves the ability we want. We have 48 physical damage reduction with the crafting here, and with the weaker armor, so that bodes well for us. I do need to craft it a little bit further. Still has the mobility penalties. Now, penalty gone. Natural fire, high fire resistance, 100 extra hit points, but it's really the armor rating we're interested in. That said, we do want to add extra defenses to it as much as possible. So, 44% fire resistance from this alone, which doesn't really matter. What matters is where are we gonna get all the strength we want. I'm not sure if I want to reduce strength. We need only 13, we have 15. The thing about that is, it acts as a sort of a safety buffer. Problem is my saving throws are like 96% anyway. So do I really need to give a shit about that quite little safety buffer? Let's not look at the crafting here for a second. I can get yeah, we have a better weapon. We need to improve its physical damage though.
Toasty!
It'll give our more initial action points. That's it. Not exactly a trivial thing. We're quite often a point or two away from maybe doing something we want. Usually it's the damage buffs. Just don't have the points for that. We're not particularly interested in adding elemental damage to this. Don't want to accidentally be healing anyone. And the damage is better than our current weapon. We will lose bleeding and leadership, gain 3 in perception. I think that's a very, very good trade, considering what we usually do with these. Right, strength, dexterity, perception. Strength, dexterity, leadership. Our current start action points are 12. 13. Start action point 13, turn action point 13. I think a single point in speed would get start action points to 14. Still, we have the 2 extra points in strength we can spend somewhere else. Get more shield specialists with this. I need to look at my standard here. 73% physical damage reduction versus enemies of my own level, with 41% blocking chance. Pretty much immunity to all damage types except poison, which is not that commonly used. Not serious enemies, they don't use it. They use something a little bit more dangerous. Poison only works if I move in poison clouds. If I stand still, it does like 20-30 points of damage per turn. It just isn't a serious threat. More importantly, the stats. Attributes. Uh, Rings would probably be the area where we could reasonably push for speed instead of Tenebrium and poison resistance. Yeah, but those are pretty big deals too. If we give up armor rating, we could easily get speed, but I don't want to do that. Belt is a very good one. I'm not changing that. Rings, I think, are the likeliest where we could get. Maybe the Sarong. Sarong has +2 strength, and I think we're mostly using it because of that +2 strength. But it has Tenebrium resistance too. But I think that's with multiple different Sarongs. This would have initiative, strength, and intelligence. Tenebrium, poison resistance, winter blast, water resistance. So this would bring the poison resistance up to what? 65%? Won't give us speed though, so yeah, we can't get speed through Sarongs. Could also go for Constitution. Also give up the immunity to stun. Not sure about the rings. We could get speed, I'm sure, but the thing is, I have fairly good rings. Yeah, I'd have to give up some sort of resistance to get it. Be an amulet, but that doesn't. That might have the correct things, as in speed, but I doubt it'll have anything else. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just bought just a moment ago something that increases my speed. Apparently I'm imagining things. Yeah, at least a weapon +3 speed. But this would lose us 3 points of strength, which we cannot afford. We have a lesser armor, I suppose. I mean, we would 13 points of armor rating sacrifice in exchange for getting +2 speed, which would be just an action point here and there. I don't want to diminish the value of that, but the extra armor from the boots and the +3 initiative are very useful. The initiative I have is too low anyway. It's my only initiative boost from gear, actually. So I don't think I want to switch anything anywhere. We could get more initiative from the amulet. Yep, no matter what choice I would make, it's not particularly good one. So we're going to have the attribute points we have. I'm certainly not putting anything extra in strength though. So perception. I would lean toward Constitution at this point. Oh no. Let's see if I put a point in Intelligence. How does it affect damage of spells? If it affects damage of spells, I'll take that. If not, I'll take Constitution, I think. 259. 316. 270,330. Yeah, it's not a huge amount. Maybe it's not a huge amount. Here's the thing, it's still beneficial to me. I don't really see much benefit in going anywhere else, and I still have failure chance in some things. Now, status effects will work better. I'll do more damage. And spells are like 90% of all the damage I do. I'm not sure if it actually... Yeah, I think it affects even these. 87 to 95. Does it affect scrolls though? They're not the same thing. It seems like the scrolls have more damage. This has 87 to 91. This has 109 and 114. Maybe the hail attack. I mean, scrolls could also always do the maximum damage or something like that. 109, 114. Yeah, it only affects my spells, not the scrolls. So intellect doesn't have that much value to me. Still, it's not trivial by any means. I do use the spells regularly, but it's we don't want to overestimate its value. So we could easily give up the intelligence, and that would mean this is a resistance ring mainly. So we could give up both of those. Okay, that's at least a valuable realization. I'm using the current amulet for Tenebrium resistance. It has nothing of value besides that. This has the same thing. I suppose that's the whole problem here. I don't actually have all that great amulets. I have 2 with Tenebrium resistance, and this is the better one out of the 2. With the ring, it has poison and Tenebrium resistance, inflicts frozen, all useful things, and I don't have that poison Tenebrium combination in all that many items. I have another, but it has immunity to burning, which I suppose is fine too. Because we can ignore lava with this. Maybe. This would be extra constitution. Sacrifice poison resistance, get extra constitution immunities. But no matter what I look, there is no super ring that would be clearly better than everything else. So more or less I think I'm at this point wasting time staring at these. There's just not much of a difference. I think the poison immunity, I mean the immunity to burning makes more sense though, if intelligence doesn't matter. This lowers my resistances a little bit, but it also protects me from losing the fire immunity. A attribute point in intelligence makes no real sense at this point then, so constitution or perception. I think maximum action points would be preferable. It'll increase survivability substantially too. Shit. We go from 2097 to 2337, yeah. So, it's a massive difference. I think we're ready to continue. And this was the last time we were doing this. So it's all about killing to the temple, maybe wrapping up some minor secondary things. That'll be it. Also, where the hell is your ass? The call was to go to the maze, so I need her with us. I think the reason is that we didn't get to the maze is because she was gay. Don't know if that's the reason, but I can't think of any other cause for that we didn't get teleported there immediately in the swamp. Still, I want to go there now, just to see if it actually is how I think it is. If not, we'll have to go somewhere else. We might be missing a little bit of something before we can. Hopefully there aren't any mines here. There are mines. Shit. I mean, I'll survive, but she won't. Where's the pilot go? Surely this will work.
If I might be rather bold, to you...
No. Just, nothing happens. Shrug? I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly.